is an article that came out in the Daily News Online, and it was originally published August 31st, 2018, and then updated September 1st, 2018. Our view: hogweed danger is not hogwash. The beautiful plant is toxic, will burn, and leave scars. And as you can see, you have a scar that does not go away. You have day 8, day 9, and then 5 months later, it is still evident that this person was burnt. And I read you can feel the effects of the burning up to 10 years. It is just unbelievable that one plant can do all of that. There are invasive plants such as purple loosestrife that crowd out native plants and affect the region's ecology. There are notorious plants such as poison ivy and stinging needle that cause rashes and irritation when people touch them. And then there's a giant hogweed, an invasive, nasty, and toxic but beautiful plant that not only crowds out other plants, but also can cause serious burns on human beings who give in to the temptation to touch it. Senator Schumer is calling on the U.S. Department of Agriculture to immediately increase funding to eradicate this plant, which has spread throughout New York State, and also to educate people about its danger to health as well as environment. You know, you can't eradicate this thing. Do you know the seeds that fall from the plant can literally lay dormant on the ground for 15 years? I mean, what you're looking at now is the result of seeds that sprouted up all at one time. So those plants technically can come up anytime, but they can come up to 15 years from the seeds on the ground. Okay, if you've driven back roads in Genesee, Wyoming, Orleans, or any other West New York county, chances are you've seen giant hogweed, even if you didn't know what it was. It is a giant and looks a lot like Queen Anne lace on steroids. The plant spread through fields, woods, alongside roads, ditches, and streams. Grow 8 to 14 feet tall with leaves that can be 5 feet across, and lacy white flowers that can be up to 2.5 feet across. The hollow stems can be 2 to 4 inches in diameter. So that's a big plant right there. And ladies and gentlemen, the whole thing is toxic, including the root. The whole thing is toxic. The plant. So, the name of the plant may make you want to giggle, but look at the graphic photos on the State Department of Environmental Conservation website. Will curb any, I guess inclination to laugh. Nobody's going to laugh at what it can do. I mean, that's pretty bad. And not to mention, it can blind you permanently. So if you get this plant and you brush up against your eyes, or they're impacted from you rubbing your eyes after you touch it, you can literally go blind, and it's irreversible. Can't get your sight back. So its sap contains phototoxin that, when exposed to sunlight and moisture, can cause blistering and burns. Some people have developed 2nd and 3rd degree burns after coming in contact with giant hogweed. The DEC's giant hogweed program. Wow, I didn't know they got a giant hogweed program. I didn't even know anything about that. 2017 annual report contains the graphic photos and also details the number of sites found in the state in efforts to eradicate the plants. Genesee found 27 sites where giant hogweed is growing, including 4 states with more than 1,000 plants, according to the DEC report. Orleans County has 42 sites, including 5 with more than 1,000 plants. So these things multiply really fast, you know? Okay. Wyoming County has 41 sites, including 5 with more than 1,000 plants. For information is available at DEC Giant Hogweed webpage, and it has the website. Let's go over there, take a look at their website. Okay, so it's just giving you details about the plant and a lot of the things that we have already heard about giant hogweed. So it's just one of those informational type of websites. It offers leads to a number of other web pages with information on giant hogweed identification, health hazards, and safety instructions, control methods, maps, and links to articles, pest alerts, brochures, and non-DEC giant hogweed pages. DEC reports that people visited the giant hogweed web pages 5,857 times in 2017. Giant hogweed is a kind of impressive plant that makes people want to know more about it, and they need to know more about it before they touch it. The phytotoxins in the sap basically prevent skin from protecting itself from sunlight, which can cause severe sunburn. The reaction, which can begin as soon as 15 minutes after contact, is worse when the skin is exposed to heat or moisture, such as sweat or dew. Painful blisters can form within 2 days, leaving scars that can last up to 6 years, and the results in long-term sensitivity to sunlight. The sap can cause blindness if it gets into your eyes. In brief, DEC recommends that anyone who has been in contact with giant hogweed wash the infected area thoroughly with soap and cold water as soon as possible and stay out of the sun for 48 hours. Topical steroids may help ease discomfort and reduce the severity of the reaction. Meantime, it would be a good idea for federal and state efforts to continue to prevent this weed from spreading. Senator Schumer is right to call the USDA to prioritize its giant hogweed research, monitoring, and eradication efforts as soon as possible. This plant may be beautiful to look at, but it's downright dangerous to touch. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. And you can see the clear effects of this plant. You know, it is dangerous to some people. And when you look at stuff like this, you can see the lasting effects that it can have. And I can see and understand what they mean by, you know, once you're burned by it, you know, you have areas like this left, and this area will always be sensitive to sun. But please tell me what you think, ladies and gentlemen. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.